Listen up, mate. You do not want to miss this one. I've got 3 massive stories straight out of paradise. And trust me, the last one will blow your mind. From a free transfer who's turning into pure gold, Taya winger ready to light up Parkhead, and a goalkeeping drama so wild it's got pundits losing the plot. Stay with me till the end. Massive thanks to you for helping us smash 1,000 subscribers. But that's just the start. With more than 2,000 views on every story, if you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. Grab your cuppa, because this one's a belter. So picture this: transfer windows slammed shut, Parkhead's quiet, and every Celtic fan's heart's doing double time. Adam Ida's off to Swansea for about 7 million quid. And the Dolberg deal? Absolute shambles. The lad didn't even fancy coming to paradise. Typical, eh? But just when you think we're about to go into Europe with nay striker, in walks Kelechi Iheanacho out of nowhere, like a miracle sent Faye the green heavens above Sucky Hall Street. Now, here's the wild bit. We got him for absolutely nothing. 0. Zilch. Sevilla let him go after scoring none. 0 goals in La Liga. Folk were laughing at us. The Blues were probably already polishing their wee victory tweets. But now, now they're choking on their pints. The lad's barely unpacked his bags in Glasgow and he's already turned games on their heads. A stoppage time penalty winner at Kilmarnock. Pure ice in his veins. Then he bags one in Belgrade, then again against Motherwell. It's like he's been waiting his whole career to pull on the green and white and finally feel at home. You ken what makes it even sweeter. His market value shot up to nearly 3.9 million quid, while We Tunekti, who folk were hyping up, sits just behind at 3.4. The man cost us nothing, and he's already worth more than players that clubs are paying millions for. That's what you call proper Celtic business. Smart, sharp, and pure magic. Brendan Rodgers knew exactly what he was doing. He had the lad at Leicester, called him phenomenal back then, and now you can see why. Iheanacho's not just scoring, he's believing. You can feel it, that swagger, that spark. It's contagious, the way he plays. You can tell he's feeding off the energy of paradise. And honestly, you get the feeling that this could be the rebirth of a player who's got so much more in the tank. Now, here's the bit I love. Every time a Celtic striker starts firing, the rest of the league starts panicking. Rangers fans will tell you it's luck, but come on. It's nae luck when you've got class in green and white. The hoops create chances for fun, and if Iheanacho keeps this up, he's not just a bargain. He's the story of the season. And tell me this, eh? If Iheanacho keeps banging them in like this, would you still take Ida back? Or are we watching the birth of the next legend in paradise? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's guy it loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. Now, this is the kind of story that warms the heart of every Celtic fan on a cold Glasgow night. Schmeichel'S Balikwisha'S, the Belgian baller with the magic in his boots, says he's finally ready to show us what he's really made of. And let me tell you, from what we've seen so far, the lad's not just talking the talk, he's walking it across paradise with confidence. He's settled into life in Glasgow now, and you can tell by the way he moves on the pitch that he's feeling right at home. At the start, the poor lad was stuck living out of a hotel, probably eating dodgy breakfasts and staring at the rain, wondering what he'd signed up for. But now he's got his feet under the table, his rhythm in training and his heart beating to the tempo of the Celtic Park roar. Balikwisha'S says training under Brendan Rodgers is on a whole different level. More intense, faster, sharper. That's the Celtic way, innit? No passengers, nay shortcuts, just graft and glory. The gaffer pushes every player to their limits, and now Balikwisha'S ready to explode onto the scene. And that assist against Motherwell. Oh, what a moment that was. Picture it, the game hanging by a thread, tension thicker than the fog on the Clyde, and up steps Schmeichel'S. One touch, one perfect left-footed cross, and there's Iheanacho smashing it home like a thunderbolt straight from paradise. The place erupted. For Balikwisha'S, it felt like he'd scored himself, and honestly, it was his goal as much as Maida's. He spoke after the match with this pure sincerity, said he'd been praying, working hard, and when his moment came, he just played free. And that's exactly what you want from a winger in green and white: freedom, flair, and a wee bit of fearlessness. You can tell he's got that spark that can change a game in a heartbeat. And you know what? It's great seeing how he's bonding with the rest of the squad too. You can see it in training clips, laughing with Kalmak, linking up with Arna, and feeding off the energy of the fans. That chemistry, it's what makes champions. Now, I'll tell you this, mate. Balikwisha'S looks like one of those players who could go from promising the proper hero if he keeps this up. He's got the pace, the strength, and that touch of arrogance you need to wear the hoops with pride. So here's the question, and it's a spicy one for you. If Balikwisha'S keeps improving like this, could he actually push Iheanacho out of the starting lineup? Or would that be pure madness from the gaffer? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's giant lordy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. This one's pure gold, only in football, eh? So get this, our very own Kasper Schmeichel, the man between the sticks for the mighty Celtic, caused absolute chaos before Denmark's World Cup qualifier in Hungary. The big fella's out there doing his warm-up, calm as ye like, then suddenly he stops dead, looks at the posts, and goes, "Hold on a minute, that's no right." Turns out the goals were too tall. Aye, ye heard me. The posts were actually higher than regulation size, imagine that. Only Kasper could spot it. Kasper. Most keepers would have just shrugged and thought they'd shrunk overnight, but no, the big Danes got an eye sharper than a seagull, spotting chips on Sucky Hall Street. He demanded they fix it before the match even kicked off. The Belarus lads must have been thinking, what's this guy on about? But sure enough, he was right. The staff had to come out and lower the crossbar. Full-on pre-match DIY job. At the stadium, you've got to laugh. This wasn't some Sunday league ground. It was a proper World Cup qualifier. The ground staff scrambling about with tape measures while Kasper stands there like the boss he is, arms crossed, waiting for his office to be put in order. The pundits were losing their minds. Crazy, they called it. But that's what experience gets you. Kasper said it himself. Goalkeepers work in millimeters and centimeters. That's a man who knows his trade. Once the posts were sorted, he did what he always does. Commanded his box like a general. Clean sheet, 6-0 win, and barely broke a sweat. Belarus managed one shot on target, and even that was probably discouraged by the sheer intimidation of the man in goal. Classic Schmeichel, and all presence, no nonsense, and total control. And ye ken what makes it even sweeter. This is a lad who's brought that same precision and leadership to paradise. Ye can tell that kind of mentality rubs off on everyone around him, and the confidence, the standards, the absolute refusal to settle for good enough. That's what makes him pure Celtic class. He's 38 now, but honestly, he's sharper than half the keepers in their 20s. A proper professional and the kind of player you love having in the dressing room at Ian. A voice of calm in chaos and a nightmare for anyone trying to cheat a few extra centimeters. Now here's the question that'll get folk talking. With Kasper showing this kind of focus and fight, do you reckon he's already the best keeper we've had since Big Forster? Or am I getting carried away with a bit of Danish madness? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's gee it. Loldy till we hit 1,500. Mad Celtic daffs.